Hello, I am not John Green, and you are watching Crash Course. Today we're going to be talking about the time period of 1835 to 1850s. Yes, leading up to the most widely divided point in U.S. history, the Civil War. Manifest destiny is the idea that the U.S. owns everything from the Atlantic to the Pacific Oceans, or east-west coasts. No wonder why everyone hates the egotistical American. Anyway, Manifest Destiny eventually led to a slew of problems. It reopened the issue of slavery once new states requested to join the Union. Those issues were eventually dealt with the Compromise of 1850. Several other issues relating to prejudice popped up in the 1830s, including the Trail of Tears, where President and dictator Andrew Jackson forcibly ejected more than 4,000 Cherokee Indians from their homes and sent them to the West. Again, why everyone hates the Americans. On to the 1840s, a somewhat uneventful year in U.S. history, with the exception of the Seneca Falls Convention and a meteorite striking Missouri. Yay for women in space! However, overseas, England was arguably doing much better than us. They had already abolished the evils of slavery, were ruled by Queen Victoria, and they introduced vaccination for the poor. Wow, we suck. In the 1850s, fugitive slave law was introduced, angering, well, most people. Harriet Tubman introduced the Underground Railroad, which was neither a railroad nor underground. It was a systematic setup of households willing to hide slaves on their way to free states. Here's to good sportsmanship! And now, on to the mystery document. Paige is going to do it because I don't want to get shocked.
Hello! It's time for the mystery document. Now, I will read the document. And if I identify the speaker correctly, I will not get shocked by the shock pen here. However, if I don't, which I won't, I will be shocked. I was sorry to hear Jim say that. It was such a lowering of him. My conscience got to stirring me up hotter than ever, until at last I says to it, "Let up on me. It ain't too late yet. I'll paddle ashore at the first light in town." I felt easy and happy and light as a feather right off. All my troubles was gone. Is it Tom? No! Okay, who is it? Oh wait, I forgot their names. Is it Huck?
Yes.
That's what I was trying to guess, but I forgot the name of the book. Ow! I shocked myself. Yes, Huck Finn, the cause of my suffering. The preceding quote was an excerpt from episode 5 of Huck Finn, which coincidentally was set in the time period we just discussed. Imagine that. Episode 5 of The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn includes the characters Huck, Jim, the Grangerford family, and the Shepherdson family, which includes Miss Sophia. The Grangerford family ran away with one of the members of the Shepherdson family. How original! Set on the Mississippi River and eventually landing in Kentucky, Chapter 16 deals with our hero, Huck, in a fairly important mental dilemma about whether or not he should return Jim to Miss Watson. However, this dispute was quickly resolved when Jim tells Huck that he's his only friend, so Huck decides to help Jim. Hooray for bromance! The rest of Chapter 16 is not so kind, as Huck and Jim's canoe is stolen, and their raft is destroyed by a steamboat. Darn those apathetic steamboat drivers. Anyway, after they're stranded at sea, well, river, Huck swims to shore where he is surrounded by a pack of dogs. In Chapter 17, however, Huck is saved by the dog's owner, a member of the Grangerford family, who lives on the Kentucky side of the river. The Grangerfords allow Huck to stay with them, and he disguises himself as George Jackson. Huck then discovers that the Grangerfords are in a feud with the Shepherdsons. Actually, we're covering Huckleberry Finn, not Romeo and Juliet. And that's what's called an allegory, Tatum. Finally, in Chapter 18, Huck and Jim are reunited and attend a sermon about brotherhood and family. Soon after, both the Grangerfords and the Shepherdsons die in a mass shootout. How I love irony! The main conflict of this episode is man versus society. Huck questions the importance of the societal norm and what is lawfully right versus what is morally right. So will Huck and Jim make it to freedom? What is the importance of morals versus the law? Find out next time. This has not been Crash Course.